Alright guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. As you can tell by the quality, we're filming on a new Sony camera. Like I think that upgrading the cameras was like the next thing, so let me know how you like the quality. So as you can see, I'm back with the R6 today. This is going to be the new project bike. We're going to do a whole series on it. As I showed you guys in the last video, when this bike went down, the problem was that one of the spools completely snapped off, leaving the thread stuck in the rear swing arm. So I tried extracting it, everything, and I ended up having to like drill it out. The thread of the original size of the spools was an M6. So originally I drilled it out to an M8. Threaded inserts that I used didn't work, so I had to get M9 threaded inserts. And then I finally tapped it to an M9, and that fits perfectly. That's the threaded insert I'm using. It's stainless steel. The hole's already tapped and everything. So all I have left to do pretty much is get the threaded insert and thread it in. So as you can see right there, the swing arm's aluminum, so I wanted to reinforce it with steel. So these are like 303 stainless steel threaded inserts. And they have like a little flat end on the end. The aluminum's already tapped, so I'm gonna just be able to kind of just screw it in like that. I think I'm gonna just force it in as much as I can, and it's gonna the threaded insert. It's pretty much flush with the swing arm now. So. And that's pretty much flush with the swing arm, and that's in there. All right, so as you guys can see, right there, the steel threaded insert is in, and if we go from the side, it's pretty much flushed all the way. So now all I have left to do is to take the M6 spool, and I'll be able to just thread it right in like that. So I'm gonna go grab an Allen key, screw that in, and then the spools should be all the way in, and that side's already done. So let me go ahead and screw that in, and we should be able to jack the bike up on those things. This thing's in there. The new spool's in there. It's solid in there, screwed in perfectly. Alright, now I'm going to set the bike down, put it up on the actual spools. I'm pretty much going to start taking all the fairings off, because I'm going to repaint them anyway. Let me know in the comments actually what colors I should do on this bike. I'm thinking like all matte black, or maybe like Yamaha blue, or maybe even change the gray inserts to Yamaha blue and then leave the red and the white. That might look pretty cool. Let me know in the comments what you think, what color schemes I should do on this thing, because I don't really like the color schemes that it's at right now. It has some yellow on the bottom too. If you can see back here, it has like that Valentino Rossi yellow on it. I don't like that either, so I'm thinking change this to blue maybe, and then all the gray to blue, or just make it all like matte black. So let me know what you guys think. Actually, while I'm editing this, there's been a little change with the color that I wanted to go with this bike. Let me go ahead and show you the color that I'm thinking about. I like put a poll out on the Instagram. So look, if you could see, I was literally thinking about doing pink or doing like a purple. I can't really tell, but it's like not as bright. I decided to go with like a candy pink purple. So I think that would look pretty sick. And with my blue bike, that color combo would look sick. So let me know what you guys think of that. Other than that, let's go ahead and take it off, because this is what I did to put it up. I put the front stand adapters to put it up. So let's go ahead and throw it onto the rear spools. We're gonna start pulling the fairings off the bike. We're gonna start slowly getting to the engine. I'm gonna drop the engine on this thing, and we're gonna start rebuilding it. Project R6 track bike. Let's get it. Alright, so as you guys can see, we got the bike pretty much stripped. I still have to like bondo up and patch up some of these little holes and stuff, but as you can see, these are solid fiberglass track fairings, and they're like pretty heavy duty. Like, they're solid. Like, look at the tail and stuff, pretty dope. Yeah, but pretty much everything's off the bike right now. As you can see, I'm pretty much ready to drop the engine, and yeah, this is what the R6 looks like without the fairings on it. This is the TFI fuel injector control box, because I'm pretty sure this thing is tuned. I think I showed you earlier, but the rear has Penske shocks on the rear. Full intake manifold, throttle bodies, airbox and stuff is off right now, so I'm just gonna have to pull this and I'll be ready to start unbolting the engine. And basically what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the engine right here and then slowly start taking it apart on this table right here. There's a titanium exhaust. That looks sick. The billet. Aluminum Vortex case covers. But yeah, I'm gonna pretty much go ahead and clean everything up, make it all nice, start figuring out how the engine is connected. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to disconnect the exhaust, and I should be able to drop the engine after I do that. So let's go ahead and do that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Alright, so while the bike is all apart, I'm gonna just take some graphene detailing spray and just kind of clean everything up. I just like to do that just so everything's easier to work on and it's nice and clean, all the parts. They're not greasy and dusty. It's fresh. This is like all original Yamaha subframe. Super clean bike. I wonder, that fuel injector box, I wonder how fast this thing is tuned to. We're gonna have to rebuild it and we're gonna have to find out. Let's go ahead and clean this thing up. Alright, so guys, as we were working on the bike, I was kind of just looking at the frame and any damage. And if you look in there, a good way to tell on bikes like how bad they've been crashed, you could look on the triple tree. You can see these little knobs right there. Right there. Right this side and on that side. If they haven't been broken off, yeah, if you can tell right here, that side is there and this side is there. They haven't been broken off. That means the bike hasn't been crashed that hard, because if it's crashed and the bars go too far on one side, it will snap those little knobs off whichever side it gets crashed on. So that means that the two low sides that happened on this bike were at pretty much low speeds, and the frame up here has no cracks. At all the bolt and mounting points, there's no cracks. Everything looks solid. The subframe, the rear subframe is not damaged. We have the bike pretty much all cleaned up now. Yeah, now we're just kind of like going through little things like the Jeremiah's taking off the rear sets. We're just gonna inspect them, see if anything needs to be replaced. I'm gonna watch some videos and figure out how to drop this engine, and within the next week I'm gonna be able to drop the engine and kind of start figuring out what's going on. The engine has a ticking noise in the bottom end, coming from the bottom end. The engine still runs, but I might as well just, for the sake of this video series and for the sake of having a reliable bike, just go through the whole engine and put new bearings in it, just do a rebuild kit, new pistons, new rings, new gaskets, all of that, and kind of inspect the internals of the engine, see how healthy it is. I'm pretty sure this bike has like 8,000 miles on it and all of them were track. So this bike has been a track bike its whole life, I'm pretty sure. We're gonna go ahead and connect the battery and I'm gonna try to see how many miles it has. I'm not sure if the odometer works, but just judging by the overall condition, it does look like the bike has 8,000 miles on it. We just connected the battery real quick. The valve cover is not fully bolted in, so I'm not going to turn this thing on. But all right, here, we're gonna... Look at that, guys. And it has like the shift light right here and the gear light. That looks race bike. Ooh. All right, so we're working on getting the engine out of the bike right now. And since this was a track bike, I think its whole life, the titanium exhaust, as you can see right here, is safety wired. And you can see all the way in there too. We're using these little cutters to cut the safety wire so we can remove the headers. That's crazy that you have to safety wire the headers too, right? I didn't know that, because I usually like they safety wire like the oil bowl and like stuff. What else do they safety wire? The oil bolt, the rear swing arm bolt, and then the sprocket bolts. They safety wire those, but I didn't know the header bolts were safety wired. So we're gonna go ahead and cut all the safety wiring off and try to start by pulling off the exhaust. And then in the daylight tomorrow, I'm just gonna pop all the engine mount bolts and we'll be able to drop the engine. So let's get it. I'm gonna have to see if the coolant is drained, check the radiator, and I'm gonna have to check to see if the oil is drained before we drop the engine, because you want the engine to be dry when you drop the engine. We already cut all the safety wire off the headers, and I'm just trying to get in there right now. And oops.
Too tight?
That one's too tight. I don't know.
Jeez.
Can you get up in there?
Yeah, I see them all. I see all the bolts.
I don't.
Yeah, that is hard to do.
That one come off?
Yeah.
Wait, it's just these now?
There's one more on the second one. There's this one and then this one next to it.
Alright, so I got all the nuts off the header. These titanium headers are like super light. I think there's like a hanger. Alright, so I think that's pretty much all that's holding the exhaust on the light. Dude, that's the titanium. Let's go in the light. Dude, that thing is so light, or I feel it.
Damn, that's really light.
Super. Is that as light as yours is on yours? 626?
Probably lighter.
Dude, that's super light. The exhaust is off. We're pretty much ready to drop the engine. All we have to do is get all the motor mounts off, and the engine should just drop down. Next video, we're gonna drop the engine. I'm gonna like lay everything out, and we're gonna figure out what we need. Maybe we'll start tearing it down. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the whole Tri-Car 6 bike build. Let me know what color I should paint the fairings. Hope you guys liked the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Alright, so like I should just like do full like lowered race bike. Get some padding like this. Can we just get this seat? Like that. Look at this. Just like right here. Full race bike. Look at that weight reduction race bike. That's pretty sick, right? Oh, you can stop filming.
This bald ass head.
That's crazy how it's like without the tanks.